After leaving the Florida Keys, it was time to head north to the mainland on US 1 and then Florida 997 to US 41, also known as the Tamiami Trail. We took the Tamiami Trail west from Miami across Florida to Naples, passing through the Big Cypress National Preserve and the northern border of the Everglades National Park. This is a beautiful drive bordering a waterway where you will see many species of birds as well as alligators. After reaching Naples, we headed north on I-75, then headed west to jump back on the Tamiami Trail to arrive at Oscar Scherer State Park. Oscar Scherer State Park is one of our favorite state parks in Florida. It is minutes away from the white, sandy beaches of the Gulf Coast, including Siesta Key, which was a favorite vacation destination for Sue's parents. The state park opened in 1956 with 460 acres and over 15 miles of trails. 3 decades later, in 1991, the state purchased an additional 922 acres to protect the adjoining Scrub Jay territory. The park now preserves more than 2 square miles of natural land in a rapidly developing region and hosts 2 pair of nesting bald eagles. This was our second year at Oscar Scherer. Sue, Cassie, and I enjoyed this great campground and went on multiple hikes in search of the Scrub Jays and the eagles. For our morning walk. after that long hike to see the eagles. Ready to be home. We'll have to try that tomorrow. During our 10-day stay at Oscar Scherer, we rented a car to explore the area, dine at various seafood restaurants, and generally enjoy the beauty of the Gulf Coast. Given Sue's strong interest in horticulture, one of our visits was the Marie Selby Botanical Gardens at historic Spanish Point. It was just up the Tamiami Trail from our campground. The Botanical Garden is a 30-acre museum site on the Little Sarasota Bay in Osprey, Florida. Marie Selby was a philanthropist who supported various arts and cultural centers and established the world-renowned gardens named for her after her death in 1971. The gardens focus on both local history and plant life. Sue and I enjoyed strolling through the picturesque gardens that includes waterfront preserves showcasing native Florida plants. We were also fortunate to visit these gardens while an exhibit of extraordinary black and white photographs were on display from photographer and conservationist Clyde Butcher. Sue was clearly in her element with the beautiful gardens and the photos capturing the majesty of Florida's natural treasures.
His studio is down in the Everglades. Loose screw gator.
Oh, okay. Loose screw gator.
Ghost orchids.
Hey you, I think you should know.
1894.
Hey you, now where do you go? Hey you.
Wow, that's a cool picture.
That's neat.
Corkscrew sunflowers.
That says it was taken.
I guess that's the intercoastal.
Little Sarasota Bay.
Hey you, I'm with you.
Myakka oak. It's from Myakka River State Park. That's our next stop.
I miss you, I miss you. Hey you.
Is this a ponytail song?
Yeah, ponytail palm.
To be slow. I do think you're here. There's nothing to fear. Hey you, I'm with you. I see you, I hear you. Hey you, I'm with you. Miss you, I miss you. In the silence of my pain, you were there to shake some noise. When I cried, when I complained, you were there to bring me joy. Well, at least you tried, well, at least you shared. I'm with you for the ride, I'm just unprepared. We've come a long way, see how much we've grown. Let's make the best of today, despite the unknown. Please come with me, you can open the soul. Now we are free. I'm ready for more. Hey you, I'm with you. I feel you. I need you. Hey you, I'm with you. I miss you. I miss you. Hey you, I think you should know. Hey you, I'm feeling it so. Hey you, I won't go solo. Hey you, 'cause I'm loving you so.
On another day, we left the campground and again drove up the Tamiami Trail to Siesta Key, where we rented a boat at CB's Saltwater Outfitters. We wanted to spend half a day cruising up and down the Intercoastal Waterway. We started by heading south, cruising into the morning sun until we reached Venice. When we reached Venice, we turned around and headed back up towards Siesta Key, passing 2 restaurants where we had lunch on other days, including Pop's Sunset Grill and Cassie Key Fish House. After we reached Siesta Key, we continued further north and cruised into Sarasota Bay, where we could see the skyline of Sarasota. We then turned around and cruised back to Siesta Key to finish our trip. While cruising, we saw many dolphins swimming near our boat. We couldn't have asked for better weather for cruising. Beautiful blue skies and in the 70s. Sue and I thoroughly enjoyed a relaxing day on the water. There's Venice back there. We've been staring at the sun all morning. Heading north. Could stop for lunch. Steered them under 40 feet out. There's 3 over there and 2 right here by us.
Oh, there's 4.
There's 5 total. While on the Gulf Coast, Sue wanted to capture photos of birds by visiting 2 natural habitats supported by the Sarasota Area Audubon Society. The first is the Venice Audubon Rookery Park, where many species of water birds come to nest in a very residential area of Venice. It is amazing to see so many birds here on a very small island that sits in the middle of a pond. Sue captured some great photos of baby blue herons. For the second Audubon facility to visit, Sue and I drove to the Celery fields, which is about 20 miles from Oscar Scherer and is just east of Sarasota. Like the Venice Rookery, the Celery fields are surrounded by a residential area. The site serves Sarasota County as the primary flood mitigation zone, attracts many diverse bird species, and provides passive recreation, including walking, biking, fishing, and kayaking. The Celery fields are over 400 acres that mainly consist of open marshlands, deep ponds, shallow pools, and canals. Wetlands restoration of 100 acres in the southern cell was completed in 2011. More than 200,000 aquatic plants and trees were planted, and 2 boardwalks installed for wildlife viewing. Sue's goal for this visit was to capture photos of a painted bunting during morning feedings near the Audubon Nature Center. She found the elusive bunting and so much more on our visit to the Celery fields. We will definitely return here on a future winter visit to the Sarasota area. Okay, you got the lowdown? After 10 great days at Oscar Scherer State Park, it was time for us to move to a different campground, but still stay in the Sarasota area. We headed slightly north and west to arrive at Myakka River State Park. This was our first time staying at Myakka River. We stayed here for 4 nights at the Palmetto Ridge Campground, where we had a beautiful Myakka oak hanging over our campsite and our motorhome. The Palmetto Ridge Campground is one of 3 campgrounds at Myakka River State Park. The other 2 include the Old Prairie Campground and the Big Flats Campground. The Myakka River, Florida's first state-designated wild and scenic river, flows through the 58 square miles of Florida's oldest and largest park. It winds its way through unspoiled wetlands, prairies, hammocks, and pinelands that make up this park. Boating, fishing, canoeing, and kayaking are popular activities on the water, while hikers and bicyclists explore miles of trails and back roads. Sue and I rode our electric bikes extensively during our visit at the park. On the first day, we rode down to the outpost in search of the roseate spoonbill. After reaching the outpost, we hiked over to the mouth of the Myakka River, where Sue not only found the spoonbill, but many other birds and a lot of alligators. On the second day, we again rode to the outpost, where we took a boat tour around the upper Myakka Lake. After the boat tour, we also took a tram tour. The tram tour took us on a loop in the park, where we saw a good sampling of the type of vegetation that can be found throughout the park. On our last full day at the park, we again jumped on our bikes. Our first stop was the Myakka Canopy Walkway and Tower. The walkway is suspended 25 feet above the ground and extends 100 feet through the hammock canopy where it reaches a tower to climb. The tower soars 70 feet in the air with a spectacular view above the treetops. After finishing the tower climb, we continued on our bikes, stopping along the way to see various birds in their natural habitat and taking a quick look at the Big Flats campground. We continued to the Myakka River State Park birdwalk, where we were disappointed to only find a chipping sparrow. So we headed back to the outpost and the mouth of the Myakka River, where we knew we would find more birds for Sue to get more photos. Sue and I enjoyed our time at the Myakka River State Park. There is so much to see and do at this park. We look forward to returning to explore even further everything this park has to offer. Sue, Cassie, and I enjoyed our 2 weeks staying at Oscar Scherer State Park and Myakka River State Park. We have so many good memories of the Siesta Key, Sarasota area, and Sue has so many more memories from times she has also spent here with her parents and other family members. So many good memories of good times and enjoying the white sandy beaches of Siesta Key, the sunsets over the Gulf Coast, the seafood, and just relaxing while watching the boats and yachts go up and down the intercoastal waterway. There is no doubt more winters will be spent in this Gulf Coast area. But now it's time for us to pack up and drive across Florida to the Atlantic coast to another one of our favorite state parks, Sebastian Inlet.